today, I have Thich Nhat Hanh's writing on the Sutra of the Full Awareness of Breathing. The Sutra on the Full Awareness of Breathing. Sutra is like a text or a scripture, and somebody gave me this book. And the title of the book is Breathe, You Are Alive by Thich Nhat Hanh. If you don't know Thich Nhat Hanh, I highly recommend, in my humble opinion, that you should know him or read some of his books because they're quite remarkable. The simplicity with which he is able to describe very complex things is quite divine. And again, he really was one of the first to put me on this track back in 1998 when I read his The Miracle of Mindfulness book, and it just almost instantaneously shifted my perception of life and who I was, and et cetera, and then put me on this practice path. But somebody gave me this book, Breathe, You Are Alive. We've done a lot of research on the breath in terms of, reading some of the published research and even looking at like James Nestor book, Breathe, and looking at some of the science behind it and the science behind nasal breathing and heart rate variability, box breathing, extending the exhale, et cetera, et cetera. We've talked about a lot of those different things. And so when the breath from a scientific perspective can be combined with the breath from a spiritual perspective or, a practice perspective of a sutra on the full awareness of breathing, that ancient texts have discussed this breathing practices and have had different breathing practices and whatnot. That it's pretty remarkable, right? That despite not having any of the research, that people were wise enough to follow their own body, the sensations that were arising in their body and mind and spirit when they were doing these practices, and cultivated them to such a degree that they became sort of scriptures that were passed down and taught, and exactly what you're doing to your own grandchildren, right? Is, hey, I learned something. It helped me. Let me teach it to the next generation, and maybe they'll teach it or expand on it as well or add to it, right? And then they can continue teaching it. And now you've essentially implemented something that's going to shift the entire nervous system, and who knows what sort of effects it might have long-term or intergenerationally, or, epigenetics, as you cause somebody's nervous system to start to regulate in such a way that then their children's nervous system may be regulated, and their children's nervous system may be regulated, right? Simply by the practices that we put in. And so the reason I like this again is because it's so simple. And it's just, it's like divinely simple, but it's not easy, right? And so where this is a practice that you could do anytime, anywhere, with anybody, it's just universal. It doesn't matter what your religion is, what your race is, gender, whatever your identification is. It just does not matter. This is it's a universal practice, and that again that's another beauty of it. And it doesn't matter if you're young or old. The universality of it is perfect. The other thing that I really like about it is that you can you do it whenever you want. You're not dependent on anybody except for yourself. And again, that sense of self-efficacy, that sense of what can I do, right? As opposed to, I need to find somebody. But what can I do? Yeah, I might need to find somebody to help me, right? If we're in crisis mode or something's going on, yes, we might have to take that medication or find that resource that is maybe another therapist or something like that. But when we're in okay mode, right? When we're doing okay, when we're in our stable, when we're stable, when we're not having an acute exacerbation of things, what are the things that I can practice, that I can try to learn how to regulate my system, that I can try to learn how to increase my window of tolerance, so that I can hold more, or I can be with more in the present moment. And this is one of those practices. And there's a number of different, there's a number of sort of steps to it. And what I like about it is, you could take whatever step you want, whatever step resonates with you. And you can do that practice over and over and over and over and over and over again. That's it. Right? So you don't really have to do the full practice. You can take any part of it and almost have that be as a resource. And some of the language, if you've ever listened to Thich Nhat Hanh or done any of his meditations or anything like that, or even listened to any of our prior practices, the language is quite beautiful and quite simple. And so I'm just going to read to you, and then this will be our practice. And for me, well, for anybody really, if you have a sense of this work, right, and then you see something like the sutra on the full awareness of breathing, you're like, wow, what's this? I want the full awareness of breathing, right? I thought I had it, but what's the other part of it, right? It's sort of like, wow. How do we bring the full awareness? Do I only have partial awareness of breathing? Where's the full? So clearly captivating. It grabbed my attention, as we would say, right? Okay, so you can notice there's 16 lines here, but you can notice the practice and then the awareness of the practice. So there's the practice and then the awareness of it. Okay. Number 1, breathing in a long breath. I know I am breathing in a long breath. Breathing out a long breath. I know I am breathing out a long breath. Breathing in a short breath. I know I am breathing in a short breath. Breathing out a short breath. I know I am breathing out a short breath. Breathing in, I am aware of my whole body. Breathing out, I am aware of my whole body. Breathing in, I calm my whole body. Breathing out, I calm my whole body. Breathing in, I feel joyful. Breathing out, I feel joyful. Breathing in, I feel happy. Breathing out, I feel happy. Breathing in, I am aware of my mental formations. Breathing out, I am aware of my mental formations. Breathing in, I calm my mental formations. Breathing out, I calm my mental formations. Breathing in, I am aware of my mind. Breathing out, I am aware of my mind. Breathing in, I make my mind happy. Breathing out, I make my mind happy. Breathing in, I concentrate my mind. Breathing out, I concentrate my mind. Breathing in, I liberate my mind. Breathing out, I liberate my mind. Breathing in, I observe the impermanent nature of all dharmas. Breathing out, I observe the impermanent nature of all dharmas. Breathing in, I observe the disappearance of desire. Breathing out, I observe the disappearance of desire. Breathing in, I observe cessation. Breathing out, I observe cessation. Breathing in, I observe letting go. Breathing out, I observe letting go. Those are the 16 practices. You can see how each one of those could be a practice. The one that we've done in the past is even simpler than that. These sort of takes it, right? Is breathing in, I know I am breathing in. Breathing out, I know I am breathing out. Right? So when you do the practice, there's this element of the action, right? Breathing in. Breathing in. I know, oh, I do know. Let me be aware of me breathing in as I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know, there's a knowing that I'm breathing out. Let me be aware of myself breathing out. Okay. And I do recommend, it could be kind of almost like a fun game you play with yourself. Pick one of those, right? Whatever one. We'll go through it in our practice today. Pick one that like resonates with me. The one that really resonates with me is breathing in, I know I am breathing in. And breathing out, I know I am breathing out. Or even breathing in, calm the mind. Okay. Whatever it might be. Something that resonates with you, right? For whatever reason. Okay. And the next time you find yourself like driving in the on the street, or waiting in line at the grocery store, or you're talking to your friend and you're having lunch, and you just bring this up. Just all of a sudden. Breathe in and have your awareness not only on, let's say you're having lunch with somebody, but the person who's having the conversation or you're with, but yet on the awareness of you breathing in. Breathing in. Oh, I know I am breathing in while here I am in front of you and we're having this lunch. Breathing out. I know I am breathing out while I am in front of you. Breathing in. I know I am breathing in while I'm driving down the street. Breathing out. I know I am breathing out while driving down the street. Breathing in. I know I am breathing in while walking to my car. Breathing out. I know I am breathing out while walking to my car. Right? So there's this sort of like, you can almost kind of catch yourself. Like, hey, let me do this practice right now. There's not a single moment that you can't do this practice. Just bringing awareness to that practice and then bringing it up and seeing what happens. Okay. It's the game of life. and you get to play it. And I would recommend, your character trying this, sort of like this is the card you pick, like you're playing Monopoly. This is the card you pick, you passed go, and now you get to, instead of collecting $200, you get to be aware of your breath. Like, oh, I passed go. Here we go. I'm walking to my car. I'm breathing in. You feel it in your body. And then that awareness, there's sort of a shift in awareness, and it goes, I know I am breathing in. Breathing out. I know I am breathing out. Okay. We're going to do all 16 of those in our practice today. And see if one resonates, or if there's one that's more difficult to do than the other. Right? If one's more difficult to do, like, oh, I'm not sure what is that, right? Some people might question what is it? What is a mental formation? I hope by now you know what a mental formation is. What does it mean to be aware of my mind? Okay. All these are sorts of practices that are very powerful. What does it mean to concentrate my mind? What does it mean to let go? What am I letting go of? Right? All these sorts of questions can arise. And so see which ones are, see which ones come to you like, oh, that was a good one. Or that was difficult for me, or that was challenging, or I don't really know what that means. And then we don't have to perseverate on it. Just, we could move on. Like, oh, I don't know a mental formation. I'm not sure I have a good understanding of a mental formation yet. So let me just go back to breathing in. I know I am breathing in. Breathing out. I know I am breathing out. Okay. This is how they recommend. So you go into the forest. So let's all go into our forest, or to the foot of a tree, or to any deserted place. Sit stably in the lotus position, holding his or her body quite straight, and practice like this. Okay. That's the recommendation from the book. Right? So if you find a deserted state, if not, you could do it in your own home. Okay, so let's find a comfortable posture. A posture you feel relaxed, yet alert. Closing your eyes if you feel comfortable closing your eyes. If not, having a soft downward gaze as you're looking off onto the horizon. And just taking a moment to take 2 or 3 deep breaths and allowing yourself to be here now as best as you can. Giving yourself permission to do this practice today. That for the next 15 minutes, there's no place you need to go. There's nothing you need to do. Just simply being here. And starting out by bringing your attention to your resource, your anchor, a place that you can direct your attention to that feels safer. And as your mind wanders, you simply come back to this resource over and over and over again. And starting the sutra on the full awareness of breathing. Breathing in, I know I am breathing in. Breathing out, I know I am breathing out. With each inhale and exhale, feeling the sensation of the breath in the body as best you can. With each inhale and exhale, having awareness of your breathing. Breathing in a long breath. I know I am breathing in a long breath. Breathing out a long breath. I know I am breathing out a long breath. Breathing in a short breath. I know I am breathing in a short breath. Breathing out a short breath. I know I am breathing out a short breath. Breathing in, I am aware of my whole body. Breathing out, I am aware of my whole body. Breathing in, I calm my whole body. Breathing out, I calm my whole body. Breathing in, I feel joyful. Breathing out, I feel joyful. Breathing in, I feel happy. Breathing out, I feel happy. Breathing in, I am aware of my mental formations. Breathing out, I am aware of my mental formations. Breathing in, I calm my mental formations. Breathing out, I calm my mental formations. Breathing in, I am aware of my mind. Breathing out, I am aware of my mind. Breathing in, I make my mind happy. Breathing out, I make my mind happy. Breathing in, I concentrate my mind. Breathing out, I concentrate my mind. Breathing in, I liberate my mind. Breathing out, I liberate my mind. Breathing in, I observe the impermanent nature of all dharmas. Breathing out, I observe the impermanent nature of all dharmas. Breathing in, I observe the disappearance of desire. Breathing out, I observe the disappearance of desire. Breathing in, I observe cessation. Breathing out, I observe cessation. Breathing in, I observe letting go. Breathing out, I observe letting go. Practicing any one of these sutras. If anyone resonates with you, breathing in, I know I am breathing in. Breathing out, I know I am breathing out. Breathing in, I know I am breathing in. Breathing out, I know I am breathing out. Breathing in, I know I am breathing in. Breathing out, I know I am breathing out. And now bringing your attention back to your resource or anchor. And taking 2 or 3 deeper breaths, and know that you are breathing in and out as you inhale and exhale. Feeling your feet on the floor, your thighs against the chair, your hands in your lap, or whatever surface they're on. Opening your eyes if your eyes were closed. Reorienting yourself to your room and surroundings. And just taking a moment to reflect on your practice.